Potemer is a Roblox YouTuber I've talked about quite recently in one of my videos going over the damning allegations that may decide his career going forward. But basically a quick recap here is Potemer is a Roblox YouTuber, more specifically a Roblox Shorts YouTuber slash animator that has been under a lot of fire for over a month now due to allegations that have been pressed against him for allegedly flying out to meet a 12-year-old while he was 16 at the time for allegedly sexual interactions. Going by the real birthdays, their age difference is a 3.5-year age gap, making this relationship subject to illegality within Florida state laws. Potemer and the victim have changed the story many times. Like first, Potemer said that the sexual interaction happened without his own consent, which is weird because the girl was literally 12 at the time. Then later, both the victim and Potemer claimed the whole thing was false, like entirely. We may find out why they did this later, as well as the true validity of the allegations at Potemer. But before we can get into any of that exciting stuff, let's talk about other things that I may not have mentioned previously in this situation. One thing I'd like to add real quick before I do so is, despite some people's beliefs surrounding the Romeo and Juliet law, this law doesn't matter in this situation, as the person would have to be at least 14 years old and the victim in this situation was 12 at the time, obviously displaying that this argument won't work regardless. I only wanted to say this because I feel like some people were confused on this and the law itself, which I can understand, so I'm just here to fill you in on it. Anyways, throughout this drama, there is a person who I haven't mentioned yet, named Puss. He is a decently known YouTuber, but more significantly, a former IRL friend of Potemer himself, as they would go to the same high school together. And before I go any further, this soon upcoming information may anger some of you, because it definitely did for me. But first, to give some backstory, Potemer and Puss have gone to the same school together since middle school, and had only known about each other since the 7th grade. Then they became closer friends only in their senior year, when Potemer was first exposed. Puss was in an alternative school at the time, when he found out about his once so-called friend who he thought he could trust was now being called out for having sex with a 12-year-old. Around 3 weeks ago, as I'm recording this in an understandable manner by Puss, he would start making videos on Potemer, going over the information against him, his backstory with him, and more. Puss made 3 videos on this guy, and in this video I will only be mentioning the first 2, as these videos give the information that I'll be going over now. This is the part where you're probably going to be pretty pissed after hearing this. But anyways, after Puss talked about the information and spread the word of the allegations, Potemer's own mother went out of her way to try and get him expelled from his school, since he included a screen recorded call between Potemer and him in this video, and that both of them obviously went to the same school. The mom tried to use this as a way to silence him for talking about the situation, and also used her school internet policy to do so. She also even threatened legal action against him too, which is just crazy. Around this time, Puss claimed that his school literally said he couldn't even graduate if he uploaded to YouTube. This is what he had to say about this.
This pressure eventually led to Puss having a public breakdown, as he was afraid that posting a video exposing Potemer would put him at serious risk of facing consequences at school.
The point is, bro, no matter what, this kid is so petty. You don't know this person IRL like I do, bro. Okay, you don't know him IRL and I do. Hang on.
Go ahead and mute for a moment. Just clear yourself up. Get some water, okay?
Everyone in chat saying, am I crying, bro? You guys don't understand. A dream. I want to fulfill that, okay? I want to join something. I want to do something with my life.
Puss,
and you guys
Puss, breathe. Breathe.
Now, the new information we just went over isn't exactly new, a few weeks old at least, give or take, but this new part of the drama gets even worse because as of now, with the new information that we have, it turns out that Puss got a charge on January the 30th, and may be facing court due to him, quote, threatening the school. Puss claims here that this is false because what had gotten him in trouble was literally an AI joke video that is months old, which was sent by his classmate through email. The reason why the school even checked his emails was because of, wanna guess what? Numerous reports against Puss that were filed coincidentally 5 days after Puss released the screen recorded call of Potemer onto his channel. I wonder who could have been responsible for these reports. Really think about it. I'm willing to fully believe with 100% confidence that Potemer's mom was behind this, or at least participated in this, because like we have gone over previously, his mom said that she would take or try to get Puss expelled from school. She also threatened legal action too, and yet both of those things kind of happened and affected Puss a lot. But ever since he was charged, he seems to be doing better as he has switched to a different school and can upload without any more issues. Now I want to quickly go over the recent information on Potemer that has pretty much decided his career, and also confirms the allegations of him having sexual contact with the victim. Here you go. So basically, a former classmate of Potemer reached out to YouTuber Parlo, claiming that he told his whole class table that he had committed sexual actions to the 12-year-old. Or it's actually the other way according to him, doesn't make it any better. But then yet another person who was also a school friend of Potemer came out and said this to YouTuber Guamgo in a Discord call. Check this out.
So you said that you were one of Potemer's school friends, right?
Yes, we were friends because we sat next to each other in art last year.
Are you still currently friends with Potemer?
Yeah, but I haven't talked to him recently. We don't have classes together, and I don't really message him that often.
Well, I guess I'll begin right away since we have had people testify to this before. At any point last year, has Potemer mentioned anything about the allegations to you?
Okay, so this is a long story. This was before the allegations existed, and this was around the time that we were in class together last year. He mentioned the girl, because we were joking about him being some ROBLOX version, some ROBLOX version, and whenever he mentioned him receiving, from her, he never mentioned her age. I would have done something about it if I knew. I figured it was someone his age. And he never said the stuff where he was I low-key manipulated her, because I watched your videos, and I saw all the stuff that he was saying, and I was disgusted.
What specifically did he mention? Did he mention he got teeth or something from her? Or?
Yes, he did say that, actually.
Those exact words?
Yes.
That's what another member of his school also attested to.
Yeah, you can see how Potemer's cover-up is starting to completely crumble for good. And this next thing I'm going to talk about is the final blow for him. There was another person who reached out and also admitted that Potemer did have sexual actions with 12-year-old. And the person that said this was the victim herself.
When we first got on call with her, she wasn't telling the full truth. At the start, she was still sticking to the false story Potemer had pushed, but as we kept talking, it became clear to her that there was no point in lying anymore, and that's when she finally admitted everything.
Potemer's mom spoke to my mom actually yesterday.
And what did they say? Do you know?
I don't know exactly. She just told me, my mom said she didn't tell me what exactly she said. It was just stuff about Potemer. My mom was worried about Potemer, and she doesn't want me saying anything anymore. So I don't know. My mom doesn't want me to speak because I say too much. Look, just in case my mom ever comes by, I'm just gonna let you know, I can't really, say anything because of mom. I can't say anything, even if I were, I'm scared that my mom is just gonna be just there because she's Discord and she can hear me anytime.
So you are afraid of your own mother.
And that's just kind of the main reason of why this is sort of, just covered and I can't say anything anymore.
So listen, I'm not asking here for a full-on admission. I don't want a full detailed thing here. I'm gonna ask you a straight up open question. I'm gonna need the honest truth here because otherwise this will implicate you and your mother from a legal perspective. Did Potemer do to you the things that he's accused of? Did Potemer actually end up raping you?
He didn't have me. I'm still virgin.
Okay, so he's going around to his IRF friends saying, quote unquote, I'm gonna just paraphrase this from him, he got teeth.
Oh no.
So someone here is clearly lying.
Is the statement that he's saying true? That's what we have to say. It's just a yes or no. You don't have to go into any detail.
Okay, because if my mom finds out I said anything, I don't know what's gonna happen, but yeah, I definitely was. I don't want to say anything.
So he did end up getting teeth from you? Or a head?
Yeah, but that's all I'm gonna say.
Pay attention to his words very closely.
This was said by herself, because me, her, and her mom, my mom, and her mom got on call 2 hours ago, and she told us everything. that Parlo essentially pretty much manipulated her into saying the truth.
This changes everything, pretty much. This pretty much proves that when the victim and Potemer said the whole thing never happened, that it was a cover-up. Just like how I suspected the last time I covered the situation. And furthermore, there is an IRL video of Potemer laughing when he was questioned about the allegations. I can't show the video obviously for privacy reasons, however the video is out there somewhere, primarily on Discord. So yes, Potemer did indeed have interactions with the 12-year-old girl while being 16 at the time. With the 3.5-year age gap at play, this is very much subject of being illegal, and pretty much is. Now, all of this was a lot, so let's talk about it. So yes, Potemer did indeed have sexual interactions with the 12-year-old while being 16 at the time. Generally, what is wrong with Potemer's mother? It's no secret, as some of you probably know by now, that Potemer's mom, as well as the victim's mom too, who I haven't quite talked about as much, are just very weird and sketchy people. I strongly believe the reason the victim and Potemer tried covering the situation up after Potemer saying it happened in the past was because the mother told them to do so. They've just said too much. What the victim said of her mother supports my belief. I'm aware Potemer is someone who participated in making the cover up, but I still think the parents are trying to cover up what happened on the trip. I mean shit, Potemer's mom already allegedly got a dude charged and expelled from his school for just releasing a recorded Discord call. It's how I believe the parents are trying to silence and cover this up because they don't want to be in any trouble themselves, because they could be for what happened. But since the truth has already pretty much came out, I'm not sure how they'll respond to it this time.